notification. Accessories. Help. Accessories. Share screen. Invite. Player limit. Invite flip. Groups. Calico chat. Okay. Stream. Part. Starting party. Share screen.
My phone.
Button. Press pause to select. New notification. An invitation was sent and share screen started. An invitation was sent and share screen started. Share screen selected.
Stop share screen.
Command. Press the up and down buttons. Do you want to leave a comment? Share screen selected. Share screen button to new friends. Do you want to leave a comment? Share screen selected. Stop share screen button to new friends. Do you want to leave a comment? Share screen selected. New notification. New notification. New notification. Madden NFL 25. Control. No. Notification selected. Details. Madden NFL 25.
Open up the Bravo and read the composition. I can truly give about the competition. I'm in another atmosphere, I'm on another mission. Yeah, you know that boy Logic put pen to page like a petition. You always switching up your whole position. I can see it in your face like an esthetician. Food for thought, it's the highest caliber nutrition. Everything come out my mouth, that's my own cognition. I got out the hood, then got money in addition. I remember when that boy ain't had no pocket. They wouldn't let me in, so I never asked for.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to Chile, but of course sold out Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll soon enough which team that'll be.
Why do you always kick it out of the end zone?
And that's not going to be returned. So many kicking teams like to do is pass the landing zone. And we'll start.
Why do you always kick it out of the end zone?
First and 10, kind of tipping their hand and running the ball. Three tight ends are out there. Here's Wilson throw away.
Fucking blitz and kills me, dude. All that blitz and shit.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know that part with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take more chances. That opening pass certainly set us up. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
8 yards on the pick up, and now they'll have some options on second and short. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running with the football. He knows his guys came away from the Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got. And that's a heck of a run right there.
Throwing now is Mahomes, sliding out of the pocket. throw in his playoff matchup is intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
First down, Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they've got to be breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief. The first time you throw the football winds up being picked. But fortunately for them, it does not lead to points.
So that tells you about
Ducks can't do shit.
Everybody gets together. What's that term they use? Complementary football. Okay, he threw the pick. The defense got together and said, hey, let's shut them down. Let's not turn it into points. They did exactly that. Now he gets a fresh start, a clean slate.
Throwing is Wilson. This ball complete to Trey Palmer. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Trey Palmer, 85 yards. And the Dolphins are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at the big game, their big playability. They can strike from anywhere.
And not much happening on the return as we get this to about the 23. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number two?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Wide open receiver complete. And they get him down before he takes that across the 40-yard line. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Escaping pressure right.
Fuck again.
But not before he takes it inside the 40. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
I think the last two plays really against this guy because you know you can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Mahomes to throw. Flushed out right, and slide down to avoid the contact. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake, forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he'll get it down this time to 17. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Like money. Pass.
Up the middle they go. Grant, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to 14-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, partner, I haven't seen a vote for most popular player on the team. This guy's got to get a lot of votes. He does not care, does he? Totally unselfish, physical runner, doesn't worry about yardage, just keeps moving the chains, being a team player.
And they'll get him down to pick up a 2nd and 2. Ball at the 6 years, they work with a 2nd and 2. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. And Xavier Worthy from 6 yards away. And the Chiefs are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Extra point by Butker is on target. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
Waiting for me to pick my pick.
The Dolphins at the line for their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drop.
Come on, dude. It's like, come on, man.
They scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, getting better on the field?
Fuck, man.
Struggles continue. Here's another
Fuck, dude.
interception. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Holy shit, dude. You're always fucking blitzing, dude.
Open for now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down. Mahomes now to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. The second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Pacheco is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Hey, 43.
Now Mahomes steps away. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes taking it in from 4 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Being chased out left. He'll dump this off to Achane. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of there where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field. Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on fourth. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Wilson. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Sanders' kick is good, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop them on 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there. 79 yards. And the Chiefs are able to add on to that lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he ran. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. To throw is Wilson. He's going to let this one go deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane, 60 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will shrink to 6. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Over the middle. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 16 more on that one and another first down. AFC title game, second quarter action. 2 minutes to play. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Mahomes to throw once more. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards, but instead, offense out there. They're going for it. He'll buy some time right. And Mahomes picking up the first as he slides and hits the deck. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They'll send the tight end in motion. From the gun, it's Mahomes escaping the pressure right. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. Now here's Mahomes. And it's caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 13. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Now Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Wilson. We have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That one goes for 24 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go. Good.
Here's Wilson to throw. Rolling to his right. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Wilson. Quick slant here to Smith. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Sanders' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
15.
He'll drop to throw. He'll drop this off to Pacheco. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. But pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking?
And a big loss here as he's taken by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Defenders are always happy anytime they can sack a quarterback for a loss of 10 or more yards. There's an example there. High fives all around.
Here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense, but I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides, but to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
They'll run Achane. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes got a man over the middle, Worthy. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. 3rd and 7 now.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 57 yards. And the Dolphins are back within a score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is down to a field goal.
Dolphins 33. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no...
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
3rd and 20.
Now it's Wilson. That is caught. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Alert, 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 alert. Check. All right.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Up the middle, Achane. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
They'll roll him out right. Past the 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
At least this time he's getting hit after a positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the first down before taking the hit.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Now Wilson steps away to his left, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Russell Wilson, a 5-yard touchdown run, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. Championship game. Well, quite the comeback here. They have erased that deficit, pushed themselves out in front now here in this 4th quarter.
But this game's kind of felt like a horse race, hasn't it, partner? Because, yeah, the other guys run out to their big lead, but then slowly and surely, they've been creeping up and closing that gap. Now they've stuck ahead in front here late in the game. The finish line's not far away. They need their defense to finish this thing off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter, this possession gigantic. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Throwing now is Mahomes, sliding out of the pocket. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. He'll get this complete to Worthy. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Mahomes now to throw. He'll buy some time right. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
In motion goes the tight end. Here's Mahomes to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
Third down and goal coming up here. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And that is caught for a touchdown, Kansas City. From a yard out. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in this AFC title game. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jalen Waddle with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Fight on these two. Fight on these two. Right side.
Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Mahomes to throw it. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also 4th down.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
15. Right side.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. Rolling to his right. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may put a period on this AFC Championship game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll give this to Achane. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And they'll indeed take a knee. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. And they take a knee. And as they take that knee, you can hear a pin drop in this stadium right now, partner.
I'd say you can hear a pin drop except for one thing. You're hearing a lot of people on cell phones right now calling and saying, cancel my reservation, because this crowd thought they were going to the Super Bowl. They had trips planned, hotels, reservations, the whole deal. That's all wiped out now.
Well, the Lombardi Trophy would be nice to hoist. They have to hold off for that for a little bit. Right now, the Lamar Hunt has to feel good to hold.
Oh, it's got to feel great for them. And remember, Lamar Hunt helped create the American Football League, which became, of course, in most part, the American Football Conference. And he's the one who gave us the name Super Bowl.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.
Go, 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 shorty. It's your birthday. We gon' party like it's your birthday. We gon' sip like it's your birthday. And you know we don't give cause that's your birthday. You can find me in the club, full of mama, I got what you need. If you need to fill up, I'm in the habit, I ain't in the making. So come give me a hug, if you're in the getting. You can find me in the club, full of mama, I got what you need. If you need to fill up, I'm in the habit, I ain't in the making. So come give me a hug, if you're in the getting. When I pull up out front, you see the Benz on dub. When I roll 20 deep, it's always drama in the club. Now that I roll with Dre, everybody show me love. When you sell like Eminem, you get plenty of groupie love. Look, homie, ain't nothing changed. Rolls down, G's up. I see exhibit in the cutting, man. Watch how I move, you mistake before I play up. Been hit with a but I don't walk with a limp. In the hood, in the LA, they saying 50, you hot. They like me, I want them to love me like they love pop. But holla in New York, for show, they tell you I'm local. And the plan is to put the rap game in the choke. I'm fully focused, man. My money on my mind, got a meal out the deal, and I'm still in the grind. Now shorty says she feeling my style, she feeling my flow. A girl from Wooded, they ready to find me in the club. Full of mama, I got what you need. If you need to fill up, I'm in the habit, I ain't in the making. So come give me a hug, if you're in the getting. You can find me in the club, full of mama, I got what you need. If you need to fill up, I'm in the habit, I ain't in the making. So come give me a hug, if you're in the getting. My flow, my show brought me to go. That brought me all my fancy things. My crib, my cars, my clothes, my jewels. Look, homie, I done came up and I ain't changing. You should love it way more than you hate it. Oh, you mad? I thought that you be happy I made it. I'm that cat by the bar to the good life. Moved out the hood, now you tryna pull me back, right? Get the bumping in the club, it's on. I'm with my eyes, your chicks, if she smash, she gone. Hit the roof on fire, man. Just let it burn. If they're talking about money, homie, I ain't concerned. I'ma tell you what banks told me, cause go ahead, switch the style up. And if they hate, then let them hate, then watch the money pile up. Or we can go upside the with a. Come on, they know where we be. You can find me in the club, full of mama, I got what you need. If you need to fill up, I'm in the habit, I ain't in the make it. So come give me a hug, if you in the club, full of mama, I got what you need. If you need to fill up, I'm in the habit, I ain't in the make it. So come give me a hug, if you in the getting. Don't try to act like you don't know who we be, neither. We in the club all the time, it's a pop on. Shady Aftermath.
There's an imposition in my mind's imagination. I hope they choke on smoke 'cause I'm smoking them like a basement. This is not rap, this is not hip-hop. Just another attempt to make the voices stop rapping to prove nothing. Just writing to say something 'cause I wasn't the only one who wasn't rushing to saying nothing. This doesn't mean I lost my dream. It's just right now I got a really crazy mind to clean. Gangsters don't cry, therefore I'm Mr. Misty-eyed, therefore I'm. Can you save my every dirty soul? Can you save my every dirty soul for me? Can you save my every dirty soul for me? Can you save my every dirty soul? Nah, I didn't understand the thing you said. If I didn't know better, I guess you're already dead. Mine is zombies walking around with an infinite hunch, saying stuff like, you only live once. You got one time to figure it out, one time to twist and one time to shout, one time to think, and I say we start now. Sing it with me if you know what I'm talking about. Gangsters don't cry, therefore I'm Mr. Misty-eyed, therefore I'm. Can you save this soul? Can you save my every dirty soul for me? Can you save my every dirty soul for me? Can you save my every dirty soul? Death inspires me like a dog inspires a rabbit. Death inspires me like a dog inspires a rabbit. Can you save my every dirty soul? Can you save my every dirty soul for me? Can you save my every dirty soul for me? Can you save my every dirty soul? Can you save my every dirty soul? Can you save my every dirty soul?
Broski, yummy. I just touched down in LA, the Spanish, my favorite. This that G. I keep it playing, so I put it on. She be in it, she just made a beat. I got rolling over. Speeding to the money like I'm running from the feds. Posted with my they say yeah.
I'm like, whoa, see residuals, watch the money grow. I'm in flow, greatest story told, watch it all unfold. I'm like, whoa, reaping what I sow. Harvest getting bigger, they all froze. I unleashed my soul, now they taking pictures of it.
Eyes on the prize, it's my life sold up. 5:45, had the lights on us. Fries for the side of an ice cola. You know that ride till the tires fall off. She know I'm a D, I got a date with destiny. She coming to me, cause I got the flavors and recipe. She racing to me like an athlete. She two with the G's, then she know it. Yeah. It's eyes on the prize, I can't live life in disguise. Cause bro recognize I ain't gotta compromise. I keep it concise, the gang tight like ties on the industry advice. I'm outside with some good affairs.